Hi, I'm Michael Nadalin from Market Lead, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you the strategies that we're using with our enterprise and high-ticket clients in 2026. So at Market Lead, we specialize by doing paid advertising on Google Ads and Meta Ads for enterprise and high-ticket businesses. The reason why we've been able to have so much success is because our strategies are extremely different to what's publicly available online. Most content online, whilst it's great, is more situated towards small e-commerce businesses or small advertisers looking for hacks to get them ahead. But enterprise and high-ticket businesses do operate differently. Enterprise just being businesses with over 50 employees or companies that need consistent growth and consistent amount of leads and sales to operate. Last year, we were averaging over $1.5 million a month in ad spends. These were the exact strategies we were using with clients spending $5,000 a month and clients spending over $1 million a month. So these do work. Now, the reason why I want to release this video is because if you are a high ticket business or an enterprise advertiser, you probably notice that you're having a lot of gaps in your advertising around consistency on growth, incrementality around growth, and just consistency around leads. So this is what's going to help you move in that better direction. So let's begin now. So the first thing I always start off with all our enterprise and high ticket clients is very clear alignment of advertising to the business's actual goals. So you can't actually achieve the business's goals by just hacking away at an advertising account, trying new features, or just trying to find a way to lower the cost per lead. You've got to ensure that on a base level, the advertising account is structured to be directly aligned with the business's goals and outcomes. Now, nearly all the times when we're auditing high ticket or enterprise ad accounts, we notice that the structure of the ad account is nowhere aligned to the business's actual goals. So the first thing that you need to do when you're running paid advertising for an enterprise or high ticket is to ensure that the ad account structure is directly aligned with the business's outcomes, being it the campaigns, the ad groups, the keywords, the audiences, and the message, that you could easily on one level and one look see what campaigns are aligned with which business objective. So this is the biggest thing I've noticed. We work with clients spending $500,000 a month, $1 million a month, and less. And usually when they start off with us, the accounts are a complete mess. Now, performance is one thing, but the ability to report and actually make changes fast and dynamically based on account performance and business goals is critical. So many people do get this wrong, and this is where you'd want to start off with very clear aligned business structure. The next one is having clear conversion goals aligned with the business conversion goals. So that would naturally be around sales and leads. But if you do have other metrics and points that you are measuring internally, you do know those conversion points in the Google Ads account and the Meta Ads account. The reason why you want them both in the Meta Ads and Google Ads account is if certain campaigns are trying to get those, you need to be able to optimize towards those as well as other campaigns that are not, that you can exclude it as well. Now, what we do with most of our clients is we do advanced reporting. So we'll be taking the data from their backend, their analytics, and other platforms, along with their paid advertising channels, and we bring them into a custom-built dashboard. That way, we've got the ability to dynamically create these custom and bespoke dashboards to know what goals, what outcomes are being achieved per campaign, per channel, and even the sales attributed to it as well. Now, the reason why this is critically important, and probably the reason why most clients sign up to us when we show it to them, is that it gives them the visibility that they've never had. So many times, paid advertising is purely focused on what do you see in the platform interface. That's not enough. Advertising is there to serve the business's goals. You need to make sure that in a third-party platform, you can see what Google, Facebook, and other channels are doing to deliver tangible results. This will loop back to the understanding of your critical need to have UTMs on every single ad platform, because you need to understand what traffic is coming from what channel. So many times with advertising channels, you just trust that they'll pull back the attribution into the platform. But when you're doing advanced custom reporting offline, you need to ensure that you know where the click came from and where that lead or sale came from as well. This is significantly important, especially as you're doing more advanced advertising and you're wanting to grow the account and scale it over time. The next thing is around the focus around strategy. Most of the time with most enterprise and high ticket businesses, the reason why they're very patchy in their results is because they're implementing new trends or new technologies. Now, whilst that's great to look for more opportunities, most of these businesses do not have the foundations and fundamentals down. So on a Google perspective, you don't have good search campaigns with good keywords, good negative keyword lists, great settings, and all of those basic things that actually ensure that you're getting the highest quality lead, measuring vanity metrics like search impression share and also your conversion rate as well. So many companies look and hear about all these new technologies that are coming out, which are wonderful. But if you do not have the foundations down for Google or Meta, and Meta, for example, having good audiences, good structure, great clear ad creative, good UTM tracking, and great pixel tracking at the end of the day, you're not going to get yourself there. Most of the enterprise, so clients spending around $50,000 to $250,000 a month, nearly every single time we work with them, their conversion is broken. It is just what happens every single time. Their conversion tracking is broken across multiple platforms in their analytics. So when they're coming towards us, it's very hard to diagnose a specific gap. So the first thing that we tend to do is fix their conversion tracking problem with UTMs and proper tracking with Google Tag Manager and third-party tools to get better results from the front end. But if you do not have that clarity from the start, it's so hard to reverse engineer and improve the performance from there as well. The next part is the use of APIs. So Google, Facebook, Google Sheets, and other platforms have the ability for you to use APIs to pull data from different areas. If you're only looking at the data in a third-party tool that's been provided to you or in the ad platform, you are significantly missing out on data available to your business. The best data available is when you're mixing data from different platforms, bringing them together and customizing it for your business. So for example, with Google Ads, you may want to see all the traffic, all the leads, all the conversions, but then you may also want to see your offline conversions attributed to that with a UTM coming back in and just starting to see what the discrepancy is. Sometimes it's exactly the same. Sometimes it could be 20% up or 20% down. This can make a huge difference towards your asset allocation in your advertising account. If you do know that the ad account is over projecting in those numbers, you will know conservatively what you need to do. The best thing as well that we've noticed from this is it gives you more clarity to actually make strategic decisions based on actual ad spend from the platform and actual results offline. So when you do move the money and distribute it around, you'll notice that naturally you'll get better results. We've seen on clients having a 20% to 100% growth, and these are enterprise year on year, purely because we have better data offline to attribute back to the ad account. This was the same type of data that we thought was in the ad account, but it's significantly different. Now, these reports do take time to build, and we primarily build them in Google Sheets because we've got the ability with so much flexibility to manipulate the data on the fly that it gives us the ability to ensure that we're getting the data for their actual numbers that the client needs to know to get better performance. I would highly recommend the use of APIs and third-party tools to pull data in to a place where you can custom build your own reporting. Now, most of the time, businesses cannot do that, hence why they work with us. But we've noticed more and more over time with our advertising. Because we excel at enterprise and high ticket advertising, we're spending more time with the clients in their data reporting with us, customizing it towards their needs and using that data to make bigger business decisions and find new business opportunities rather than the data in the ad account. Because once we're there, we can reverse engineer how to bring that back into the ads account to get better results. Now, over the years, I've realized whilst there are so many things you can do to improve the performance of an ad account, checklists and hacks, if it's not clearly aligned with business outcomes, especially high ticket and enterprise that need consistency and the ability to forecast, it's never going to work. Hence why most small advertisers and small businesses fail. They're mostly focused on a month-to-month approach rather than a 6, 12, 24-month approach. Now, with that focus, if you're a small business, you probably think, how could I even afford to think that far ahead? And that's usually where the gap is. Because if you keep looking for fast wins and quick wins, you're going to get caught in that loop. Versus if you take a step back and review the structure of your company, the fulfillment of your company, the advertising alignment, that's where you start to move up from $0 to $1 million to $5 to $10 million every single year. Now, most of our clients, funnily enough, in the high ticket space, never actually ran ads before they worked with us. But when we started to go live, most of them are making $500,000 plus in the first month, and then $1 million plus or $4 million plus every single year, because they've got the right systems and strategies implemented once the advertising's coming in as well. You can't fix a broken business with advertising, but you can't use advertising to fix a broken business's back end as well. So I wanted to share this video because we are primarily working with enterprise and high ticket businesses. Even if you're a small business with a small budget at the moment, you can take these approaches and align it back into your advertising account to get the results. I've got a lot of technical videos on this channel about what to do from a technical perspective with advertising. This is more strategic because the clients we're working with need the strategy and alignment to get them there. So I'm starting to release more content around the strategy side because naturally we're wanting to attract more of our enterprise and high ticket clients to get those results. From an advertising perspective, you've always got to remember high intent traffic to a high converting landing page, great tracking, great reporting, and bringing all that data into one place to ensure you've got the maximum transparency and visibility that you've predefined, not the ad channel. So I'm going to leave it there. If you've got any questions or thoughts, or you're an enterprise or high ticket business looking for more leads and sales, reach out to us at Market Lead. That's what we do specifically and exceptionally well. So I'll leave it there, but remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, but most importantly, enjoy.